On this episode of The AutoArchaeologist, guess what? My audio got messed up again, and we're looking at a 1969 Z28 Camaro crushed in this junkyard, and maybe a 71 Challenger RT, and a few other cars. Come and check it out. Yeah, unfortunately, for some reason, my microphone in the first half of this video was turned off. I don't know why. It had a good battery. But this is what's important. Right here in front of us is a 1969 Camaro Z28. And it's a real 69 Z28. When I walked by the first time, back in 2014, I didn't think it was real. It didn't look like a Z28, but upon closer inspection, like you can see the holes in the tail panel, and you can just make out the Z28 emblem. And you can see that there's rear stripes. And I'm like, I wonder if this is one of the ones that the owner was talking about. When I was here in 2014 with my friend Doug, he knows codes a lot better than I do. So he was able to get up in front and was able to verify the X77 on the on the cowl tag. This was, of course, a 302 car with black bucket seat interior, 4-speed. This one had the basic interior for a Z28, had the stripes. Don't know if it had the cowl induction hood or not. I'm sure people will tell me, I think that little rubber piece in the middle says it's a cowl induction hood. Of course, I didn't move the stick when I was documenting the cowl tag, but I did get a good enough picture, and my friend Doug got a really nice picture of it, so we were able to decode it. I'll do that later on near the end of the video, so that way you can see exactly what this car had, at least by the few codes that are on there. Unfortunately, this car was probably involved in some sort of rollover wreck before even the current owner got it. He was very specific. He liked saving cars that he knew were special from being turned into tin cans. So the cars would be taken from, insurance auctions, from wreck auctions, and just put out in his father's field, or in the back of the father's junkyard. And the father thought he was crazy and even crushed a few of his cars, but he made sure that that didn't happen. And all these cars were just stashed away. Back in 2014, this Z28 wasn't here. I don't know where it was, but that 71 Challenger RT that's in front of it, a real Citron Yella car, is really what drew my attention. I didn't even know about the 71 Sport Suburban Wagon next to it, but you will see a few other really cool cars, that's for sure. All right, let's see if the audio is any better now, because I turned my microphone back on, because I had to take a break between this car and the others. But yeah, that's a real 71 Challenger RT. I'll show pictures of it. When I was here 10 years ago, these trees were not like this. It was a lot cleaner. Ooh, let's look at the original RT dual exhaust rear valance. And this right here, the 1970 I'm sorry, it's a 71 Sport Suburban Station Wagon. So it has the 71 like GT grill in it, but it's in a wagon form. I found a white one of these in Indiana once. They're pretty cool. It's got some Chrysler 300s, a Newport. This is an Imperial wagon, or station wagon, not station wagon. That's an Imperial limousine. And there's another, like a 68 300 over there. And I don't know if you can tell in the yellow over there, that's a 70 Challenger convertible that it was so rusty when they tried to move it the last time it broke in half. But yeah, I hope that my first part of this with the Z28 Camaro works out, because I do not want to come back in here. Between the three pictures of the cowl tag on this Z28, I was able to piece together exactly what it says. It's, of course, 69 Camaro. It's a coupe, Norwood built, nothing really special. It has the 711 code for standard bucket seats. It was built the fourth week of March in 1969. This is the cool thing. It's paint code 71, which is Le Mans blue, which is one of my favorite paint colors on this car. And then, of course, you can see the X77 on the cowl tag, which denotes it. as a real Z28 Camaro. So in this yard, there are 2 flattened real Z28 Camaros that we were able to find. Now, I never have a ton of time in this yard. You can see just in this one row that there is a ton of cool cars that I would absolutely love to document more in depth. You can see that the Challenger and the Z28 are in this row. I'd love to go and document that Imperial Limousine. Those had some of the earliest disc brakes ever produced on an American car. You see that Barracuda. How about that Mustang Fastback? This one row just gives you an idea of how much cool stuff is in this property. And my plan probably is to go back there again, spend a day or two, document another dozen or 2 cars, really get my hands on the ground and fully show the cool stuff that's there. I mean, you've seen some of the stuff. You've seen the GTO Judges, the Cudas, but there's just I missed Super Bs, I missed Roadrunners, I missed more Camaros. Supposedly, there's a third Z28 Camaro in there, 69. We never found it. There was, at least I know, 2 other SS69 Camaros in there. This 71, I wish I had more time to cut some of the weeds down and get around it. I know there's no fender tag and there's no VIN number, but the owner told me it was a 3D3 automatic car. You can see how much growth has occurred in 10 years. These cars were, there's like stuff around it, but it wasn't that bad. Now look at it. All these weird red vines, whatever they are just destroying what's there. This is the end of this series for this year. There are still so many cars I need to check out. Just a handful of the ones I'd love to dig deeper into when I have the chance. Purple 70 Super B, Cudas, Challenger, Chevelles, Torinos. There's a bunch of Torino GTs. I didn't even touch them this year. As long as the weather is good and the ground isn't a swamp, I will be back in 2026 to check them out. Hey, automotive adventurers! Here we are! Happy 2026. I hope everyone is happy and healthy. I know I wasn't healthy at the end of the last year. Right after Christmas, I got really sick with the norovirus, and I'm still bouncing back. I'm like 98% of the way there. But yeah, that was one heck of a way to start off 2026. But I've actually gotten out in the garage twice, tried to get some stuff sorted, because a lot of holiday stuff kind of overflowed into here. And I still have I have my new jack sitting here, which I'll put a picture of because I don't want to show you the mess that my workbench is. That will be one of the things I'm going to be putting together probably the end of this week. It's supposed to be in the maybe 50s, because right now, as of my temperature gauge, it's like 30 degrees out, maybe just under that. And I don't know if you can see, well, a little bit, but you can see my breath. That's why I'm sitting right in front of a little heater I got here in the garage, because this is uninsulated. I mean, I have insulation pieces above me, but the actual garage is uninsulated completely. It is just a framework, and it kind of floods. That's why we don't insulate it, because it'd get ruined. But I thought I'd touch base on, I apologize for more audio issues in the video that occurred today. I didn't know after recording all that the Z28 content never recorded. I don't know why my microphone turned off. As I usually do is I have a lavalier right here underneath my shirt, and it goes into a little connector. I can see on my receiver that it was working, and then it just wasn't. So I apologize. I will do better in the future here. I might even splurge and get one of those DJI ones, because this is a DJI Pocket 2, and they have a microphone that will work with it, which wouldn't require all this extra stuff I have. So we will see. This year, we have a lot of cool stuff planned and some stuff that got canceled. Right at the end of this month, right at the end of January, I'd be going to Detroit for the WPC Mopar swap meet. But because of, I think, the building's under construction, it's got canceled for this year. So not going to that. I might be going to Southwest Michigan next weekend, depending on the weather. We'll see. And then I don't have a lot going on up until about February, late February, early March. I got a bunch of stuff planned because that's like the sweet spot. Right before spring starts really going, you can get in there and go to these yards and in these barns, and there's no foliage, and the bugs aren't out, and you can walk around and not kill yourself. So I have, I think, I think like every week between mid February to mid March, I'm going to be traveling somewhere. And hopefully, I'm thinking about doing a live stream at the end of this week. So this drops Monday the 5th. Let me double check. Yep, Monday the 5th. And so the end of the week would be the, what, 10th? Ooh, why did this just cancel? Nope, still recording. Okay. Let's see here real quick. Why didn't my calendar pop up? There we go. So the 9th. On the 9th, I may be going to do a live stream about everything that's coming up in 2026 that I know of and some of the things that I'm hoping for. So we'll see on that one. I'm going to try to put out some more second video. Like I do the main video on Monday, and then I do shorts usually pertaining to that original video from Tuesday through Friday. But I have some content on the green car that I have never released. So I think I'm going to drop it here on Fridays and try to do a little bit more because I want to get stuff done on the green car. Because this year, it's going to be very busy and it'd be good to have two operational vehicles. Because the blue car, this one, I'm hopefully this week going to be taking it to the body shop to get the rust looked at and see what we need to do to fix the rust and to paint the car, obviously, whatever that will entail. I don't know how long the car will be down for or what will be involved, but I'm guessing it's not going to be cheap because when I took it somewhere a few years ago, they said they'd have to probably paint. They couldn't do the body line because there's a whole bunch of dents and dings in the body line. To fix it properly, they'd have to paint probably up to the door, top of the doors. So I will let you know next week what they say. Next week, like I said, I'll hopefully get a lot of this stuff put away and the garage will be back to sort of normal. But let me know, how was your New Year's Eve and Christmas and Hanukkah and everything else? Like I said, I hope everyone is happy and healthy. And we'll keep this thing rolling into 2026. Still got a bunch of videos lined up. This is the end of this series, but there was a ton of cars in there I never even touched. Like 70 Super B purple car, 71 Roadrunners. There's more Camaros and Chevelles, and a 442 W30 car. So I'll be working on it this year. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see. Let me know any kind of comments are constructive. Even if you say I'm a duty head, that's constructive. So yeah, I will talk to you all soon. Everyone, happy and healthy 2026, and I'll see you on the road.